Today in Matt's class, Phil and I are going to share some tips, tricks, and techniques for helping you design awesome vehicles. Today we are hanging out with the incredible Phil Stone. Phil has worked for a lot of different role-playing companies, including Wizards of the Coast, on such games as Dungeons and Dragons. So today we're going to talk vehicle design, and usually I call this methods of transportation. Of course, it doesn't sound as interesting, but what we're going to talk about today is anything that helps characters get from point A to point B. So that could be a vehicle, like a tank or a plane or something like that, but I like to use the word method of transportation because it could also be like a time machine or a portal to another world or something like that, or it simply could be a creature that people ride that gets them from one place to another. So I thought that we would draw some today and share some tips. What do you think?
I think it'd be fantastic.
Think about the environment. So roads, justify four wheels.
Right.
Something like sand would justify something a little bit lighter that would kind of go over that. Giant flying worm.
Ooh, flying worm.
Yeah.
And this is something that people can ride?
Yes.
Nice.
Somehow they've been harnessed
Love
for
it.
their mobility.
Well, there's all kinds of things, like you can have some kind of a helicopter of some sort, something futuristic like a starship. This could also be something out of the past, like people probably don't ride catapults. That's probably more of a weapon, but is there some kind of, what's a vehicle from the past? Like something out of Middle Earth or something out of...
Cart.
Just a cart. Very exciting.
Rickshaw. To the Bronze Age.
Rickshaw. There could also be a submarine, something underwater.
Hover disc.
Ooh, boat, time machine, portal. Since you're going to do something more organic, I'm going to do something a little more man-made, something futuristic, maybe something inspired by ALADDIN 3477. All right, let's do this. So what you want to do for vehicle design, really for anything, you're kind of going through the same steps where you're starting with the stick and then you're kind of building more of a three-dimensional shape, and then you're doing the details, and then you're doing the shadows. Now, when you're creating something man-made, whether it's like a helicopter or a boat, obviously there's no skeletal, like actual skeleton to it, but you can kind of start with the basic shapes. You can get the basic motion, the basic energy, or the gesture of what this is, and then you can start building it more three-dimensionally. That would kind of be the meat step, and then obviously the details and the shadows. So I'm gonna draw a SkySail. Maybe I'm gonna draw one that's kind of coming out towards us. So I'm gonna kind of just set up this basic something like so. Something like this. So here is lightly, this is my stick figure, and now I'm going to draw in the meat, just kind of get the basic structure happening. Control area here where someone can stand to pilot this thing, and then here's where you can have a servoid robot like Fidgy and kind of sit in the console here. Now I get to add in the details.
You can see the gesture line that went through here. It's kind of, a worm is a worm. It doesn't really do too much, but if this worm could jump from sand dune to sand dune, it'd be kind of dynamic. And then just giving the rider up there kind of gives scope on how big this creature actually is. We're kind of like fleshing it in, so we're making this a 3D shape. So we're going to figure out where its mouth is going to be. But you have this movement of perspective going from back here. He's jumping up here and going this way. The mouth right here. Some teeth. So what I'm doing is kind of putting in details about where I want my focal point on this beast to be, because it's dragging your eye around here, and it brings you right to this teeny little mouth. Obviously you can't have a really big mouth because you're going to get a big mouthful of sand if you're going to go from dune to dune. And then for some reason evolution paid a really bad trick on him and gave him his eyes he can't use. Blind as a bat.
All right, so I've got my basic details in here, but now it's time to add in some shadows, give this vehicle just a little bit more depth. As a throwback to Aladdin's magic carpet, there's this nice Persian rug. It's almost like a long table runner, but it just kind of goes under this long plank that Aladdin stands on.
Kind of blocked in the shadowy areas. Now we're using some texture.
All right, I think I'm done with my SkySail.
You just want a rough silhouette just to create a little bit of motion up on top there for our little rider friend. Figure out where this harness is going to go. No, it's going to go to the back. It's going to come back here. We're going to have a few different little things here.
Oh, damn. A customized SkySail. This is kind of a front view. So I've drawn the SkySail a bunch before, so in a way I'm kind of cheating by not coming up with something entirely new. But I've actually never really drawn it from top to bottom, kind of coming out towards you. In that regard, I kind of challenged myself a little bit.
I like the angle going on here. Even though it's a forward view, it still has that depth, but it's a really sharp depth.
All right, I can't wait to see this flying sand. Oh my gosh!
Oh, so you looked in the mirror.
I looked in the mirror. Like, oh my gosh, dude, that looks amazing. Wow. I love the teeth all coming in like that. That was always something that creeped me out with the sandworms, that like their mouths don't go like this and they don't go like this. They just kind of go like that, you know? Like
Sarlacc.
It's so creepy. I love like the little, like, are these warts or something like that? Or like just the little bumps, but just that little bit of shadow underneath. Like it probably would have ruined it if you completed all of the circles. So just having the little bit of drop shadow underneath just gives it that really awesome texture. Dude, I love even like the action lines, kind of like the sand moving away from it. That is wicked cool. Phil, that was awesome. Super cool method of transportation, very creative. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys need to come back next time because we are going to talk about creature design, and I'm super excited to see what you do for that. All right, so you guys definitely need to give us a like. You need to subscribe. You need to rip through that notification bell. That way you know when new videos are coming out. And as well, leave a comment down below. You should follow us on social media. You should share this video on social media, and we'll be back next time with creatures.